Star and welcome to another M-Star gaming tutorial, and this time we're on Warframe. I play on the PlayStation 4 Oceanic server in Australia, and in this tutorial I'm going to talk about the Railjack and how to set up your Railjack and what to do and don't do what I did when I came back to the game. So what happened, I stopped playing Warframe, I've come back, and with a few of the patches it reset everything. So I was cruising around on my Railjack not knowing that I had no mods, none of my piloting or anything like that. It all got reset to 0. So if you want to get into Warframe or you're new to Warframe, this is what you call a Railjack. It's a ship that you will fly around in open space, and then there's a few missions that you do while you're cruising around. So what I've got here is a dry dock. It's built in a dojo, so if you don't have a dojo or you're not in a clan, you'll have to join a clan to do this, or you can set up a solo clan. There is quests affiliated with the Railjack, but in this tutorial I'm just going to show you what not to do, which is what I did. Make sure that you got your mods on. So this is what you call a dry dock. It's one of the rooms in the dojo, so you got to do the Railjack mission before you can progress through the game and get one of these Railjacks that you're looking at there on my screen. So this here, this is a research tab. So if you're new to the game, I recommend you research everything. So I'm in the all tab. So what you got to do, this is what I did. I researched everything here that was level 1, and then once that was done, I researched everything here. It's fairly cheap. You just got to do the Railjack basic missions in Earth just to get the materials, and then once all that's researched, then you can research everything here. So I'm just going to go through the tier 3. So I went in there with none of these equipped, none of these weapons, and I was wondering why my ship kept blowing up. So that's why I set up this tutorial. Plus I had 3 players join, my random players joined, and they asked me to do this tutorial because they had no idea. So this here, this is one of the weapons you can attach to your Railjack. It's the APOC Mark III. And the next one is the Kokonux. It is a toxin cannon. Then here you've got an ice wave generator. That's another weapon. This one here is another arc weapon. So Mark III. So I only put Mark III weapons on my Railjack. This one here is a ship-mounted ice driver. It delivers heavy icicle bombardment, causing severe damage to enemy weak points. This one here is a lathe repeat shrapnel blaster. Launches high-velocity abrasive fragments, ripping enemies' hulls. So that's good, like when you're up against like enemy cruise ships. Okay, I cut through them pretty quick. But obviously, when I first came back, I didn't have any of these equipped. It took me forever to burn down the cruise ships. Okay, over here, this is a Malati Mark III. Missiles launch a swarm of dumbfire rockets. Okay, this is a Pro Tour Mark III. It's a Phantom Lance. 2 focus beams instantly sear through enemy ships. So you see how it says new? With every update, they're releasing new stuff that you can research, same as the APOC, so it's saying it's new. Okay, so all you gotta do is research it and then you can replicate it. Okay, and here is a Pulsar. This is Electron. So this is another new weapon that they've added with the update. Okay, it's Electron Pulse Cannon, deadly accurate. Electrical pulses fry ships and occupants alike and can wreak havoc on the flight control systems. Sigma engines. Here's another thing. I didn't have a Sigma engine installed at all. Okay, so I couldn't even move or maneuver. So I highly recommend you have a Mark III, and it increases your boost speed multiplier and your engine speed. It's very important for maneuvering around the missions. Sigma plating. Okay, so this is to increase the quality of your hull. Okay, so it increases your hull and your armor. That is very important. I didn't even have one equipped, but now I've got a Mark III equipped. Sigma reactor. So this is a reactor based on the standard issue. Now there are different variants, but you still have to craft it, and then you can attach a variant. I'll show you later in the tutorial the variant that I've got. So there's different variant for different play styles with the reactor. Okay, this one here is the Sigma Shield. This is so important to have. Like I said before, when the game updated, it reset everything and I didn't have a shield on. So I recommend a Sigma Shield Array Mark III. Gives you 1,500 shield capacity. Okay. This is another new item added to with the update. It is a rapid fire laser cannon, burns targets with instantaneous beams. The fire rate builds with continuous use. Okay, so you can't spam it, you just got to tap it, and the more you use it, it builds it up. The next one is a Techo Seeker Mark III. It's a Seeker missile that strikes targets with a massive blast. And then you got the Vought Mark III. It's an electrical pulse projector. It emits volley of wide charge arcs that can knock out enemies. Now, I was talking to you about before, you got to replicate this stuff. So what you want to do now that I've researched it, I think it's only 19 hours. Some is 22 hours. It's not too long. It's not like it's 3 days to research this stuff. But what you want to do, if you want to replicate it, you just select it. So on the PlayStation, press X. And if you look over to the right, it'll tell you what requirements you need. Okay, so you need Galos rods, carbides, titanium. Then you can fabricate it. Okay, so let's look at the Sigma plating. Okay, it's saying I need Tekor plate. I've got plenty of titanium there, ISOS, and then 10,000 credits. Okay. So this one, just for the tutorial, I'm just going to fabricate that. Okay. And then it says the item is now added in your inventory. Okay, so that's it for that. So we're gonna exit out of the research railjack screen. Now you want to go to the configuration screen of your railjack. Okay, so this is where you can change the configuration of, like, you got your Sigma Shield. So before, I didn't even have a Sigma Shield. I think I had the standard one. Okay, so there's a massive difference between the standard and the level 3 that I've got. Then these are the engines. Okay, so you can get a Leviathan engine Mark 1, but obviously you're going to want a Mark 3 variant. And what you would do there, I think it's in the higher tier missions, you can get the Mark 3 blueprints. Okay, Sigma plating, and like I said before, with the reactor. So I had the standard Sigma reactor. I crafted the Sigma Reactor Mark III, and then there was a blueprint here that I converted the Sigma Reactor 3 to. Okay, and that's just a attachment you can have for the reactor. So that's it for that. The next thing you need is armaments. So remember before in the tutorial I crafted that item? This is where you would find it. Okay, so you got the Gavrek Mark III. Okay, then here I can equip either the Vought Mark III that I crafted earlier. So this is where you would come to equip it in the configuration menu. Okay, so you can probably swap it out. Okay, so this one does less critical chance. Okay, so I'll just leave it on the. So this is where you can check out different types of weapons. Obviously you want the Mark III version. Okay. Alright, the next screen, these are the upgrades. Okay, so there's different mods you can attach. So that's obviously an aura mod. Now the reason why I went ironclad, it gives you 22.5% hull and armor, 25% max shields and shield regen, so you can't go wrong with that. There are other mods you can attach. You've got the matrix, so this is the forge capacity. So the forge is inside the actual railjack, okay, where you, and then you've got the Raider matrix, okay. So this is another aura mod, arcwing speed and damage. So this is more if you've got a crew that doesn't want to do a lot of damage. You want to just use your cannon to fire into the enemy cruise ships, and this is going to buff the arcwing speed and damage, okay. And then you got all these different mods that you can attach. So you've got rip load, conic nozzle, predator, definitely 50% turret critical chance. and then you got to level this up. So I haven't maxed it out yet, and then you can add more mods and max them out. Okay, so the next screen I'm going to show you. Okay, so every time you do a mission on the Railjack, it gives you points. Okay, I recommend you focus on piloting, so that way you can maneuver and take out the enemy flying ships and the cruise ships. Okay, so that's pretty important. Another one that's important is the gunnery. Okay, to get you started. Engineering, this is more for like in the forge and putting out fires and things like that, so that's pretty important. Then you got the command. Okay, mine's at level 4 at the moment, and then obviously tactical. Okay, and then you can assign your crews, and then this is where you would customize your Railjack. So that's it for the tutorial. So like if you're new to Warframe and you want to get into the Railjack missions, hopefully you found this tutorial helpful. And my name's MStar from MStar Gaming. If you found it tutorial helpful, please hit the like and subscribe to help support the channel, and I'll see you on the next tutorial. Thank you and goodbye.